Go make yourself a drink and I'll be down in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Say they're out of town or whatever, we don't give a fuck. The deal is done, now the cake been baked. They need to come on with the drama or whatever they gonna do.
What's going on? What's going on, my people? My fools, my thoughts, whatever you want to call it. Welcome to the 9th episode of the Mac Daddy Seminar. As always, I'm your host, Taylor Dunn, and it's 2019, motherfuckers. Yeah, we made it another year. If you're listening to this, you're alive. And that's good, you know? I didn't do anything for New Year's. Also, let me get into this before I start talking about New Year's. There was some confusion between this episode and like the last one I did. I accidentally put episode 7 twice because of some stuff that happened back home. I had to go to a funeral. It was unfortunate, and I got mixed around and ended up posting episode 7 twice, even though it should have been episode 8. So whatever. I'll put episode 7 back on there, but we're just gonna go with what it is. This is episode 9. But anyway, yeah, man. The New Year's was lame. Like, that weird time between Christmas and New Year's is the weirdest couple of days out of the entire year, because nobody can remember what day it is or what's going on, what businesses are open, you know, because for some reason places will close on just random days. It won't even be New Year's Day. I don't know if that's just something from the South or what, but people are closed on just a Tuesday, and it's not even Christmas or New Year's. Or not just a Tuesday. Or like a Friday. You know? Like, I'm trying to get some food, and you're closed. It's like McDonald's. The only day McDonald's is ever closed is on Christmas Day. Any other time, it's 24 hours. The one that's next to us. Trying to get some fucking chicken nuggets. You know? But yeah, so yeah, I've been off work a lot. Just hanging out. Trying to relax at the house. I ended up beating Red Dead. Finally. I can finally quit talking about it. Finally beat it. At that point, I was just like, let's just go ahead and finish this thing. Because I was tired. But yeah. We didn't do anything the whole weekend. Went out, shopped a little bit, and then a buddy of mine, a huge Georgia fan, asked me if I wanted to go to the Sugar Bowl with him. So I said yeah, because I'm a huge fan of college football. Even though I'm an Auburn fan, I'll still go to a Georgia game, and I'm a huge fan of the SEC, and I'm going to root for the SEC. Okay? Now, before I get into that, New Year's, I don't really like going out to party on New Year's. Because it's pretty much a party that you know is going to end at midnight. And to be honest with you, there's something that weirds me out about being drunk going into a new year. You know? Like, I'd rather not be drunk at the beginning of a year. I don't really drink that much anymore. Just because, like, I just can't handle it. I've talked about this on the podcast before. I just cannot handle alcohol like I used to be able to. Like, I could drink a glass of wine and be fine. But if I have like 5 or 6, with dinner and then end up going to bed, I'll wake up the next morning and have a headache. And I'm only, I'll be 25 in 2 weeks. And I just think it's ridiculous that my body is so bitch made now that I can't handle gratuitous amounts of alcohol. I used to put it away, son. Like, outrageous. But I can't do it anymore, man. So people asked me if I wanted to go out and do something for New Year's Eve, and I was just like, nah. Just doesn't seem entertaining to me. And everybody just spent so much money from Christmas. Look, man, I'm not trying to go out and spend a bunch for New Year's. I'd rather wait 2 weeks and blow it out for my birthday, So yeah, I didn't do anything, but I always like to watch the ball drop from New Year, up in New York. And then they do it in a couple different places, but it's not like the one in New York. But that shit is funny, man. The extent that CNN and these media outlets will go to try and entertain people is fucking embarrassing. Like, you got Anderson Cooper, who, is the plainest looking guy I've ever seen, aside from Mark Zuckerberg. Weirdest looking dude, just silver fox hair, and he is on the air just talking about bullshit, and somebody convinces him to take a shot of tequila. Listen to this sound. Oh, shit. Listen to this sound that he makes when he takes that shot.
Toast. Not making it any less fun. Cheers. Cheers. If you're at home, if you're driving, but feel free to toast along with us. Absolutely.
How are you driving the car?
You know what?
How are you watching CNN?
It's like burning your lungs. Your lungs. Great guests and musical acts. Still to come.
God. Just... That was pretty bad audio in the last one.
Anderson made to complain about the weather because...
Listen to this guy. And that's what he was doing on live television. Because he took a shot of tequila. It's not that bad, Anderson. Damn. But yeah, I didn't watch a lot of it. I literally sat there playing PlayStation, and then it was like, oh, we got 15 minutes till midnight, and then I just flipped channels over and watched it, and I just fucking died laughing. Because it's just so awkward and so weird. I hope one day they'll ask me to host New Year's, because that will be the dumbest shit anybody has ever seen. I guarantee it. I promise, if that ever happens, it will be the most ignorant thing anybody has ever watched. But yeah, so that was stupid, but it was funny. All these Anderson Cooper memes of him making that sound is hilarious. But, yeah, so I did that, stayed up till about 1 or 2. I watched that, I wanted to talk about this. I watched that Bandersnatch Black Mirror episode. Not an episode, really, it's a movie on Netflix. Dude, that shit is cool. I don't know if a lot of people have done it or gotten into it, but I started playing around with it because I'm always up for something new, something, unique. And I thought that shit was awesome. I've played a couple of video games like that is just all decision based and it like changes the outcome of the story. But I liked the way that they did that episode. I thought that was awesome. And it freaked my wife out. She was like, it just creeps me out. I don't really want to watch it. It just freaks me out. I'm like, this is cool. Come on. But then she, gives me shit because The Haunting of Hill House freaked me out so bad. I had to sleep with a fucking nightlight on. So I'll never live that down. But it is what it is. But yeah, if you haven't watched it or checked it out, I highly suggest everyone check out that Bandersnatch episode, because that shit is pretty cool. There's a lot of new stuff on Netflix now I'm going to have to watch. They got that new Comedians of the World. Chris D'Elia's on there. Really looking forward to watching that. I haven't gotten a chance yet. I've been in like this time warp for like 4 days for staying up late. I'm so tired right now. Like, I could literally close my eyes for 10 minutes and fucking sleep until Thursday. Thursday is tomorrow. You see what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know what fucking day of the week it is. So yeah, a buddy of mine invited me to go to the Sugar Bowl in New Orleans to watch Georgia and Texas Longhorns play. So I agreed. We got really good seats at a pretty fair price. And I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I didn't go to a college football game this year, and I said I was going to. I'll go to this one. And so we went. My buddy just got a Mustang, a new Mustang. And, of course, he drives it just like anybody that has a Mustang drives it, swerving all over the road, acting fucking crazy. I think that should come with people that have a Mustang. It should be like, hey, you're probably going to run off the road and kill a group of people with this. You're going to spin out and do some ignorant shit because you have a Mustang. But he didn't, thankfully. But, yeah, it's raining, and we get down there to New Orleans. It looks like fucking Gotham in the city because something weird is happening with the weather right now, and it's like real humid. But like, I guess once you go up to a certain height, it gets colder. So like the fog just set in over the city. It literally looked like fucking Gotham. I felt like I was Batman walking around in New Orleans. That's the closest comparison to like a comic booky Gotham I can give is New Orleans. But yeah. We fucked around and went to Jimmy John's, which I'd never been to a Jimmy John's, and we went there to eat because we were starving. And it was a madhouse over there close to the stadium, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And we went to Jimmy John's, and I'd never been there. And I'm like, fuck it, just give me something that ain't got no ham on it. Because I've said it before in the podcast, your boy ain't eating no ham. Ever. Okay? I'll gag. That shit is human flesh. Don't let these people lie to you at the supermarket telling you that it's ham. That's people that died at the hospital, and instead of, getting rid of their bodies, they just ship them to the fucking pork company and they turn them into ham sandwiches and whatnot. I'm not eating no swine like that. I'll eat pork and I'll eat bacon. And I'll even eat sausage and hot dogs. But when it comes to some ham, no, not gonna do it. So yeah, I got some Italian sub and sat down. Ate that thing in like 4 seconds. But yeah, that shit was good. And so then as soon as it was over, I was like, hey, let's go back to the stadium. Thinking that we were going to have to stand in line forever. And we didn't. We walked right into the stadium like it was nothing. walk right to our seats. And then we sit down and it's like, oh, we have 87 minutes until the game starts. And I'm like, great. But it was cool being there for the pregame stuff because Matthew McConaughey was there. The Academy Award-winning actor. That shit was surreal. Like, yeah, okay, I didn't get close to him for real, but that shit was pretty awesome because you could tell that it was him. He's a huge Texas Longhorns fan. And apparently he goes to a lot of their games. And I was joking around with friends and stuff saying, you know what? Matthew McConaughey may be there. And sure enough, he was there. And then, oh my God, we're sitting there and, you know, the mascot for the Texas Longhorns is a big-ass bull. A big longhorn bull. Huge. 3,000-pound animal, right? And then you have the Georgia Bulldogs mascot, which is, guess what? A bulldog. A small 40-pound bulldog. And for some reason, they decided to bring these animals together to meet. The trainer, I'm watching this as it happened. It's a meme now. It's all over the fucking internet. But I'm watching this as it happened. And they walked that bulldog over there to that fence. And that bull lost his goddamn mind and broke out of that fence. There was like a 10-second space in time where I was like, fuck, we're about to have to get out of here. Because I thought that bull was going to run up in the stands and start goring people. You know? That shit was scary, fam. And Matthew McConaughey was just standing there like, well, you know, stuff like that happens sometimes. Dude, he was on the sidelines the entire game, just fucking shooting the shit with the Texas players and people on the team, and just, he was that, you know, I'm sure he was like, you know what, I think I'm going to go to the Texas game this weekend. That is success in a nutshell. Just, I think I'll go to the Texas game this weekend. You're not going to sit in seats. You're not even going to sit in a fucking box. You're going to walk on the sideline at the game. It was awesome. Such a good game. It was unfortunate, you know, what happened, Georgia losing like that, because I was rooting for them. My buddy got me to wear a Georgia Bulldogs hat, and I was just like, all right, yeah, I'll do it. I wanted them to win, but yeah, man, Texas came out and played like a bunch of fucking savages, dude. That shit was outrageous. I mean, everybody was surprised. I thought Georgia might win like 40-0. And then I'm just like, well, I hope it's a good game. And then they come out and score, and I kind of got excited because I was like, okay, well, maybe they'll give them a run for their money, thinking that Georgia was going to beat them. And then no, they didn't. Texas just gave a fucking superior performance. It was amazing. I was blown away at how well they played against Georgia. And Georgia just wasn't dialed in, man. And to be honest with you, I told this to my friend who was livid the entire ride home. I was like, look, man, they didn't have anything to lose. You think Georgia gives a damn about the Sugar Bowl? Because I'll tell you right now, they don't. They got denied their trip to the national championships. So now it's just like, you know what, man? Let some of these junior people play. You know? But yeah. It's a damn shame. It was still fun, though. We had a great time. People were getting into fights and shit. People were And we were sitting right next to, like, these really obnoxious Texas fans. Okay, I'll take that back. They weren't real obnoxious, but, you know, they were still talking shit. And they were like, yeah, we didn't expect this. But they were cool, you know. Yeah. Everybody's been talking about their New Year's resolutions and whatnot, what they're going to do differently this year that they didn't do last year. I'm a big culprit of that, man. Like, I always, like, think about stuff that I want to do over the next year, and it's like you get a clean slate. And then, like, I was looking back at, like, the goals that I set for myself for 2018. I literally only hit one of them. Well, I hit a few, but, you know, one of the main ones was I started this podcast, even though it's, you know, not really exactly what I planned on it being, but, you know, it is what it is. But, yeah. So, yeah, I just told myself this year I just want to do more stand-up. You know? Just actually just stop making it the excuse for why I'm not able to do it. Because I've made it before. And, I mean, it is a legitimate excuse. You know, I have a family. And ultimately, that is my number one focus, is them. But it's just, God, you work 10 hours a day, and then, you know, you want to go do an open mic, and the open mic doesn't start until 9:30. It's just like, God damn. You know, I'm a early to bed, early to rise type of dude. Like, I like to get up early in the morning. I don't like waking up and having 10 minutes to get ready for work. So, yeah. But, yeah. I got a show I'm going to go do next Tuesday. I'm just going to say, fuck it. I'm just going to go. Not prepare anything. I'm just going to go off the top of the head, man. I've been missing it. I haven't done it in enough time. I got to get back into it, dude. I'm trying to get in better shape, too, man. I'm about to be 25, and I can feel this age coming on hard. Getting up in the morning is a fucking ritual now. Just to get up and move around and do what I need to do. It's hard. I need to drink more water. Stop eating so much bread. That's what's fucking a lot of people up, man. It's bread. Real talk. But I love it so much. God, just a big buttery piece of bread. Like some toast. Oh my goodness. I was so pissed off after leaving the game because we went to Waffle House at like 1 in the morning, because that's the only time you go into Waffle House is at 1 in the morning. And, you know, there's a bunch of sad looking Georgia fans in there. You know, I'm like, hey, cheer up, man. You know, you're not going to start that far behind next year, and you play a bunch of great opponents as long as you know, that's the thing. Georgia's lined up. As long as they don't shit the bed like Auburn did this year, you know, you are set to play some really good opponents. And, you know, you can work yourself back in. At the end of the day, you're going to end up playing Alabama. Either way. And unless you can beat them, you're not going to win a national championship. And that's coming from a true Auburn fan who despises Alabama. You got to give respect where it's due, man. They're just that good. But yeah, so we were in Waffle House, and all I ordered, because, you know, I was hungry, but I didn't want to just gorge myself and eat a big-ass waffle, even though they're so good. I was like, just let me get 3 eggs scrambled with cheese and ordering biscuits and gravy. Just one biscuit with gravy on top. Right? Simple. Tell me why this lady at Waffle House brings me out 3 orders of 3 eggs with cheese on it. Now, did I eat 2 of them and give 1 to a friend? Yes. But she never brought me my biscuit and gravy. And I was pissed. And for some reason, my meal was literally only $2. It's the cheapest meal I've ever paid for. You know? I think that's about it, man. Not a lot's been happening, you know? I've just been chilling, hanging out at the house, enjoying myself, spending time with my family. But, yeah, ain't a whole lot been going on. So, yeah, I think that pretty much wraps this episode up, y'all. I appreciate to the guys that are listening. Guys and girls. I appreciate the people that are listening, staying true to it. I know it's only a few of y'all, but you know what? Hey, if this thing takes off in 500 episodes, you could be like, hey, I was one of the first people to listen to this. And you know what? I appreciate the support either way. But yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you guys next week.